Hi, I'm David Katzmeyer, Senior Editor at CNET, and I'm sitting next to the Toshiba TL515U. This is a 47-inch LED-based LCD. Toshiba also makes a 55, 40, and 32-inch member of this series. This review will apply to all of them. This is one of the few passive 3D TVs on the market, along with LG and Vizio. Toshiba is the only maker of that type of 3D TV. That includes 4 pairs of 3D glasses, and of course those glasses are a lot cheaper than the active 3D models included with a lot of the other 3D TVs out there. We'll get to the 3D in a little bit, but first let's take a look at the styling of this TV. The Toshiba also has a nice matte finish, looks a little bit like brushed metal around the edge here. There's also a slightly chrome-looking accent to either side and a glossy look along the bottom, so all told it's one of the sleeker TVs on the market. Of course, it's an LED TV, so it measures only about 1.5 inches thick when seen from the side. Toshiba also threw in a swivel stand, and the pedestal has this angular look here. There's also a glass-topped base to the stand. As a high-end TV, the TL515U has plenty of bells and whistles. There's built-in Wi-Fi, so you don't have to run an Ethernet cable to the back to access the Internet Suite. That Internet Suite does include Netflix and Vudu, but it doesn't have Amazon or Hulu Plus, so it does have a little bit less in terms of content compared to a lot of the other competition out there. The Toshiba also has Yahoo widgets, but it doesn't have the App Store found on some other models. Picture settings on the 515U are extensive, although it doesn't have the 10-point white balance or the adjustment to de-judder we found on some of the competition. It does have a color management system, but we found in our testing that that doesn't work all that well. Our testing of this TV was a mixed bag. We appreciated the relatively deep black levels in dark scenes, but we found that the backlight did fluctuate a little bit more than we like to see. So for example, when the scene turns really bright, the picture is brighter than it is on a lot of competition. That tends to wash out the picture in bright scenes and also obscure shadow detail in dark scenes. We also found color a little bit less accurate on this TV. We would have appreciated a color management system to tweak it, but alas, that's not in the cards. Toshiba does have pretty good uniformity across its screen, however, and it does reject ambient light with its matte finish relatively well. As we mentioned, this TV does have 3D capability provided by passive 3D glasses. The advantage of passive is the glasses are cheaper, but the disadvantage is the picture quality is not as good as active in our experience. When you look closely at the image, you'll see it's a little bit softer, and worse, you do see some jagged artifacts along the edges. Passive 3D also does produce some visible line structure. That's due to the nature of the every other line and lower resolution image in passive. So all told, we really do prefer active. Passive is pretty good if you watch a lot of 3D in bright lights, however, because the glasses themselves don't darken the image too much. Input-wise, the Toshiba includes 4 HDMI, 2 video inputs, and a component video input, but the analog inputs do require to use these breakout cables. That's a quick look at the Toshiba TL515U series, and I'm David Katzmeyer.